All right, so somebody wrote me a book, and I'm going to respond to it. I read the beginning of it, but I'm just like, I'm not sitting here and responding back to you like with typing out another book, and then you write another book. So just check this out, person. Mark Jones, I3U. Must not have got the memo about me, but that's cool. Dude, the title is clickbait gold, but the argument collapses the second you apply actual logic. And this is somebody who just doesn't. They're just some random YouTube channel. Let's click on their channel. Probably Nix or Nyarlathotep. Joined February 15th, 2026. Okay. So, real Buddhism equals four noble truths: detachment from craving, which is suffering; impermanence, okay, which is being detached from the suffering; and non attachment to material stuff. That's the only three, guy. That's only three noble truths. Anyways, boomers rode the biggest materialist wave in human history. Suburbs, two-car garages, pensions, yuppies, McMansions, and he who dies with the most toys wins. Okay, so there we go. That's the opposite of Buddhist detachment. Okay, so what religion are they closer to? That makes them closer to Christianity because they care about the material world. Let me tell you what's really going on. They're really Satanists who are actually on a higher level than Buddhists. They care about themselves. Okay? Period. Now, they're not on as high a level as Jesus, who just wants to optimize everything, every atom, every molecule, every soul, and died for it. No, these Satanists are worried about themselves. That's who these boomers are. But they got dragged down and told not to care about themselves. They're materialists. Materialism isn't a religion. You didn't tell me what religion they were. You just said I was wrong. And I'm telling you what religion they're closest to, because obviously they suck at religion. Okay, and any religion, they will be a stain upon any religion they choose. Which is why Christianity and churches are what they are now. It looks like funeral processions if you go to these things and see the people walking out. Or they're fake as fuck. They want kumbaya, no disruption, no adventure. The generation gave us a sexual revolution, civil rights marches, anti-war protests, environmental movement, personal. Okay, so those things that sexual revolution, civil rights marches, that's all garbage. None of that is anything. That's all performative. Having sex in the mud at Woodstock does not make you. That is a part of the kumbaya and everybody holding hands and just all one huge orgy world. Okay? So he says the moon landing. Oh, hold on. He says anti-war protest, environmental movement, personal computers, which I don't know how you're going to chalk that up to that generation when I already explained I came from the underworld. Rock music exploding globally. So you corporatized rock music, something that was supposed to be underground. You corporatized everything that the 60s was about. And the moon landing, which that's garbage. Okay, y'all really believe you landed on the moon. Okay, y'all, I mean, I'm not going to say you did or you didn't, but you're hook, line, and sinker believing it. The most disruptive cohort. Oh, they were the most disruptive cohort since the Industrial Revolution. The chill out bro stereotype is just the mellow liberal subset you cherry picked. Okay. So really these 70s people are badass and they're fucking y'all didn't create heavy metal, okay? Y'all didn't create like new age badass shit. Y'all didn't create rap music. Y'all didn't anything badass came from before y'all or after y'all. They sold their souls for houses and 2 for 3 Big Macs. No, the 2 for 3 Big Mac, that was when I was growing up. Who knows what kind of Big Mac deal y'all had. But I guess, yeah, they did. That was a part of it. Yeah. Post World War II economic boom. So he's quoting me on saying that they sold their souls for comfort, for houses and 2 for 3 Big Macs. Okay. Post World War II economic boom wasn't underworld magic or soul selling. It was GI Bill. Hold on. Oopsies. It was GI Bill plus demobilized factories, plus cheap oil, plus massive infrastructure, plus record peacetime growth. All that's more bullshit, dude. You got all that because the demons let you have it because they knew you weren't going to do shit. Okay? You people wouldn't have figured out what I figured out. You wouldn't have figured out that Michelangelo was the Archangel Michael for another trillion years because your minds just aren't on that level allowed to think on that level. They have that much power over you, so they're going to give you that shit. And then when other generations come around, they're going to hold that over them. Oh, no, you're not going to sell your soul like these bitches did, so every generation before them sacrificed for that setup. So what did y'all sacrifice for our setup? Millennials, Zoomers face globalization, automation, and policy shifts that all generations, including boomers in Congress, helped create. Blaming one cohort, what's up with this word cohort? For structural economics is just generation. It's generational cope, dude. So your generation just gets to just eat fucking through all the infrastructure and just sell us out completely to Zorn and PDF files and all this type of shit, and then we're just it's generational cope. So you get to, yeah, I'm saying you get to do whatever you want. Not real Christians because Zorn and fiat money. I don't know if the fiat money has to do with Christianity, but the Zorn definitely. Zorn went mainstream in the early. I'm not talking about when it went mainstream. Okay, you're talking about. Listen. That has nothing to do with when it went mainstream. We're talking about right now. You people won't say anything about it. You people will not stand up to them. And I'm saying, if you show these low-level people my channel, which is on such a high level, they're just gonna duh. Because this is how much they've been stupefied. This is how beaten down they've been by Nyarlathotep. I mean, they just ran train on these bitches. And now this is the end result. Now we have these husks walking around. Pull your bootstraps up. Zombies. Completely disconnected from reality. Using the word cohort. Court obscenity rulings. So what? Nixon shock 1971. That's a silent generation. So he's blaming Nixon. Well, I thought you guys were all rebellious and stuff. I thought you guys were supposed to, like, so it was when, anyway, let me just go on to the next thing. Nyarlathotep, underworld, Horus Calypso, migrant avatars. Bro, when the analysis goes full Lovecraft plus ancient Egyptian avatars controlling a news cycle, you've left logic and entered fan fiction. Well, you're on a low level. You don't understand anything. Okay? I mean, if I were to try to talk to somebody like you, you're just lost. You're just this brain dead, and you just have these, you have the copes. History is messy, human decisions plus incentives, not eldritch boogeymen puppeteering presidents, and serial killers in tag team. Thank you. That's how y'all think. Thank you so much for this. This is how they think. Because they're on a lower level. So these things get to do all types of fucked up shit to their minds. Okay, and they're just saying, oh, it's just because we're messy humans. Messy human decisions. And incentives and goodies and trophies. They can't think on that level of dominating people and sucking the life out of them. Setting you all up in a little farm, a little psychic vampirism farm. And then you attack people like me who try to tell you what's going on. Nope, it's just human imperfection, that's all. Humans are just not perfect. Bottom line. Always going to give me the bottom line. Damn, bottom line. Every generation thinks the one before it sold out and ruined everything. Did y'all think that? That would have been hard as fuck to think that when you're laying down in the mud at Woodstock with somebody. Boomers said it about their parents. You're saying it about boomers. The real red pill isn't... I have to use his voice now. They're all Buddhists who got mind broken by pet rocks. It's not the pet rocks. It was more so the serial 187ers running rampant on the one hand, while on the other hand it was Disco Stew and the shoes that had goldfish in them and water and come on, man, get out of here, bro, get out of here. It's that systems change, incentives change, and blaming 76 million people for wanting stability after surviving the Depression, World War II era is just lazy. It's lazy pattern seeking. Do you know how much work has gone into this? I mean, I've had tens of thousands of videos deleted. Do you know how many hours of research have gone in? So to call me lazy, like, I'm saying, just dealing with them, bro, it's just completely, like, anytime they talk, I don't care. Okay? I care as much as a 3-year-old who's learning to talk speaks. That's what you just told me. You gave me like a 3-year-old's cope for these things. You have spiritually neutered yourself. You're spiritually dead. And you're coming to somebody like me. And you're just this little worm spiritually on the ground. Entertaining rant though. 10 out of 10 delivery. Oh, 10 out of 10 delivery. I'll take that. 2 out of 10 philosophy. Oh, so at least I get 2 points out of 10. And then here we go. Somebody's asking, how do you know that Lovecraft was complete fiction? No. He's right. It is fiction. And reality is fiction. And fiction is reality. This world he lives in is fiction. It's all make-believe. The world I live in is real. So to somebody who lives in a fairy tale world where there's not eldritch boogeymen that are actually out there, I know that scares you, guy. You're not ready to deal with that. He was terrorizing you with serial 187er after serial 187er. You and your kids and your moms. They can't do that anymore because of me.